Hey everyone! Welcome back to Discover Top 5, the place where we explore the most fascinating, surprising, and thought-provoking lists on the internet. Whether it's the most breathtaking places to visit, the most intriguing facts, or in today's case, some of the most surprising cities you might want to reconsider before calling them home, we've got you covered. In today's video, we're diving into the top cities that, for a variety of reasons, may not be the ideal places to settle down. From skyrocketing crime rates to extreme weather conditions, we'll be revealing the hidden challenges that make these cities harder to love. But don't worry, just because a city has some challenges, doesn't mean it's completely off limits. It's all about knowing the facts and making informed choices. So, whether you're considering relocating or just curious about life in different places, stick around as we break down the top 10 cities that you might want to think twice about calling home. And as always, make sure to hit that subscribe button so you don't miss any of our exciting upcoming lists, right here on Discover Top 5. Now, let's jump into it. Number 10 on our list is
Aurora, Colorado, used to be seen as a suburban paradise, but over time, it has faced some challenges that have impacted its reputation. One of the primary concerns is the city's rising crime rate. In 2022, Aurora's crime rate was 36% higher than the state average. This is a significant increase compared to 2008, when the crime rate was 55.7% higher. As a result, some neighborhoods in Aurora, especially those with higher migrant populations, have seen more crime, making them less desirable places to live. The city also struggles with homelessness. As of the 2023 point-in-time count, Aurora had 1,431 people experiencing homelessness, with 72% sheltered and 28% unsheltered. This situation points to ongoing issues with affordable housing and economic stability in the area. In addition, some residents describe parts of Aurora as unkempt, with a reputation for being ghetto, which doesn't help improve the city's image. Despite these challenges, Aurora still offers beautiful views and excellent schools, and it's making efforts to improve with new access routes for light rail and the ability to house refugees coming to the Denver area. New Orleans is renowned for its vibrant culture, music, and food. However, it's also grappling with significant challenges that could make it difficult for residents to stay. One of the most pressing issues is climate change. The city's low elevation makes it particularly vulnerable to sea level rise, flooding, and hurricanes. This has led to concerns that the city could become increasingly unsafe for those worried about natural disasters. On top of the environmental risks, the cost of living in New Orleans is 12% higher than the national average, and homeowners insurance is more than 40% higher. These financial pressures make it tough for many people to afford living in the city, and some have decided to leave in search of more affordable places. Economic inequality is another issue that New Orleans faces. The city's poverty rate is 23%, with a stark divide between black and white residents. While the poverty rate for white residents is around 11%, it rises to about 30% for black residents. This gap exacerbates challenges related to infrastructure and public services. While the city remains beloved for its cultural richness, the combination of rising costs, environmental risks, and economic inequality makes it a challenging place for some to call home. Tucson, Arizona, is another city that has its own set of challenges. The climate in Tucson is one of the most significant deterrents. Summers in Tucson can be brutal, with temperatures regularly exceeding 1 OOF, making it difficult to be outside without air conditioning or proper hydration. Projections suggest that by 2050, Tucson will have an average of 43 days per year exceeding 106 due to climate change, which could make the situation even worse.
Economically, Tucson has lagged behind other parts of Arizona, despite the state's overall growth. The city struggles with inefficient governance and fiscal policies, particularly impacting its manufacturing sector. Tucson's small size also contributes to challenges related to inadequate infrastructure, including poorly maintained freeways and limited air travel options, which can isolate the city from broader economic opportunities. Tucson also grapples with homelessness, with the issue amplified by the city's limited resources for addressing the needs of the homeless population. These factors create an environment that many people feel hesitant to settle in, prompting them to look for other options. Tulsa, Oklahoma, is known for extreme weather, and that can be a major factor for people thinking twice about moving there. Summers in Tulsa can reach temperatures up to 120 F, and the humidity can make it feel like you're swimming through the air. Winters aren't much better, with the city experiencing severe ice storms, such as the 2007 storm that left a quarter-inch of ice coating everything, requiring months of cleanup. Public transportation is another issue in Tulsa. The city's system is limited, which means that getting around without a car is difficult. Additionally, the lack of bicycle-friendly infrastructure makes it dangerous for cyclists who have to share the road with cars. For those who rely on public transportation or eco-friendly commuting options, this can be a significant downside. The crime rate is another challenge in Tulsa. Certain areas of the city, particularly North Tulsa, experience higher crime rates. Even more affluent areas like 91st and Yale aren't immune to theft and other criminal activities. Over time, crime has spread to other parts of the city, leading businesses to hire security guards after dark. This increased sense of unease can make people less likely to move to the area. Virginia Beach, while an attractive location for many due to its coastal beauty, isn't without its challenges. The city's geography, which spans 497 square miles almost equally divided between land and water, makes it the largest city in Virginia. This large size can create logistical problems, such as the need for long drives to get from one area to another. The city's weather is another factor to consider, as it experiences hot and humid summers with frequent thunderstorms and relatively mild winters. The unpredictability of the weather, including tornadoes like the F3 that struck in 2023, adds to the concerns about living there. Virginia Beach also faces its own set of risks, including flooding due to rising sea levels. The St. Johns River runs through downtown, and with the city's geographic vulnerability, residents are always on edge during hurricane season. While the city remains a desirable vacation destination, the threats from nature and the challenges of living in such an unpredictable environment might make some reconsider. Memphis, Tennessee, is a city rich in culture and history but plagued by significant economic and social challenges. The city's poverty rate is a staggering 22.6%, nearly double the national average. This poverty contributes to a wide range of issues, including high crime rates, poor quality education, and blighted neighborhoods. Memphis' housing market is struggling as well. With a large number of substandard housing options and rising affordability issues, many residents find themselves in situations of instability. Memphis also struggles with maintaining order due to local regulations like Code 302.8, which prohibits the parking or storage of inoperative or unlicensed vehicles on any premises. Though it may seem trivial, these regulations highlight the city's ongoing challenges in keeping things under control. Despite these issues, Memphis still holds a unique charm, especially for those who appreciate its musical heritage and historical significance. But it's clear that life in Memphis comes with a set of challenges that make it a difficult place for many to thrive. Kansas City is known for its jazz history and delicious barbecue, but the city has a complex story when it comes to its population and economic health. One of the major factors influencing the city's dynamics is its historical housing segregation. After the Civil War, many Black Americans who moved to Kansas City faced racially restrictive covenants, which prevented them from living in certain areas. These restrictions laid the groundwork for long-standing racial divides that are still felt today, and these divides contribute to the city's challenges. Kansas City's poverty rate is higher than the national average, sitting at 17.4%. This economic disparity leads to a range of social issues, including a lack of affordable housing and increased homelessness. In 2023, the number of unsheltered individuals rose slightly, further reflecting the city's struggles with inequality. Despite these challenges, Kansas City has seen modest population growth, with the metro area population increasing by 0.81% between 2023 and 2024. While some newcomers are moving from other states like Missouri and Texas, many young people from rural areas are leaving in search of better opportunities. This creates a unique demographic landscape, with growth present but not as robust as one might expect for a city of its size. Nashville, known as Music City, has experienced rapid growth, but not without some growing pains. The city's transit system is often described as hit or miss. Many residents find it challenging to get around without a car, and the lack of reliable public transportation means people often resort to using ride-sharing services. This leads to high transportation costs, especially for those living in areas far from work or entertainment hubs.
Traffic is another huge issue in Nashville. The city's infrastructure hasn't kept up with its rapid growth, leading to frequent gridlock. It's not uncommon to be stuck in traffic for extended periods, and the city's roadways are often overcrowded with tourists and residents alike. This congestion makes it hard for people to move around freely and enjoy the city's offerings. Housing in Nashville has become a major concern as well. The city's housing market is expensive and competitive, and many long-term residents are struggling to afford homes. Between March 2023 and March 2024, Nashville's homeless population grew by 43%, underscoring the urgent need for more affordable housing. The city's housing crisis is compounded by the fact that Nashville needs over 53,000 new housing units by the end of the decade. Jacksonville is the largest city by land area in the continental U.S., but that doesn't always work in its favor. The sprawling layout of the city means that almost everything is spread out, requiring residents to own a car to get from one place to another. Public transportation is virtually non-existent, which can make commuting a real hassle. Crime is another concern in Jacksonville. The city has a higher crime rate than the national average, and even areas near the beach aren't immune to criminal activity. The city's crime problems are exacerbated by the economic divide, which leads to increased social tensions and issues of inequality. Jacksonville also faces a variety of natural threats. Hurricanes, heat waves, and even fires are risks that residents have to contend with regularly. While the city's beaches are beautiful, the constant worry of storm damage can make it a less attractive place for some. Oklahoma is located in Tornado Alley, meaning that it experiences frequent and intense tornado activity. The risk of natural disasters is a major concern for many people, especially since the state's extreme weather can also bring scorching summers and severe cold winters. For those who prefer more predictable climates, Oklahoma can be a difficult place to live. On top of the weather, Oklahoma also struggles with a high rate of drug abuse and a significant number of uninsured individuals. Homelessness is a significant issue, and the state's public education system ranks among the worst in the country. Local government corruption further erodes trust in the state's ability to address its problems. Culturally, Oklahoma is a place where football and church are central to life, and those with more liberal views might find themselves feeling out of place. The state has a rich Western heritage, but its conservative leanings may not be for everyone.
And there you have it, folks. The top cities that might not be the best places to call home. Whether it's due to economic struggles, environmental factors, or just the challenges that come with city life, these locations definitely have their fair share of hurdles. But hey, every place has its own charm, and sometimes even the most difficult spots offer opportunities for those willing to embrace their unique challenges. If you're thinking about moving to one of these cities, or maybe you already live there, I hope this video helped you see a different side of things. There's always more than meets the eye, and understanding what's happening beneath the surface is key to making informed decisions. Now, before you go, we want to hear from you. Do any of these cities surprise you? Maybe you've lived in one of them or have a unique perspective to share. Drop a comment below and tell us what you think. We love reading your thoughts and hearing your experiences. And if you know of any cities that should have made the list, let us know. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up, and if you're new here, make sure to subscribe so you don't miss out on our next exciting list. We upload videos just like this every week to keep you in the know about the world's hidden gems, the things that might surprise you, and so much more. Thank you so much for watching, and as always, we'll see you in the next one. Stay curious, and keep discovering, right here on Discover Top 5.